How to train and instruct your new wedded wife. There is need to train up your newly wedded wife before she becomes too familiar with what transpire around you. Previously both of you were just friends, you often calls and chat with each other, but immediately you tied the knot in marriage she is no longer a stranger or visitor but rather the bones and flesh of your flesh. Both of you are now bold together in Christ and commanded to love and cares for one another until death pathways. Hence as a man there is need for you to train up that newly wife of yours by instructing her with some basic needs or rules which she ought to uphold, because immediately she surpassed the training eras, you won't be able to bend or instruct her to abide under such condition because she has overgrown. Proverbs 22:6 Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. This reason why you need to study about women, and the best way to understand much about women is been interactive with children, love and cherish them, and extend such awareness toward your sisters and mother, and take a keen study at their individual characters. And later compare it with social female friends, and you will indeed affirm that women are always same irrespective of their spiritual strength. However, marriage is a good thing, it can burn and destroy your life, and it can also make you holy. And there is always need to seek for knowledge before and after marriage. How to widen your marital knowledge. When you pray, God will present a direction that will lead you to your answers because He isn't a magician. However, sometimes you might be seeking for God's perfect will partner in marriage and how to retain peace and love after marriage. But suddenly, God might direct your attention to behold a post on internet that pinpoint the exact answers to your prayers, but due to carelessness you might refuse to take a keen observant, yet you keep wrestling in prayers while you have already abused the answers to your prayers. How to train and instruct your new wedded wife. Train up a new wife in the way she should go, and when she is old, she will not depart from it. Some years ago, one of my beloved pastor in the Lord affirmed that when he newly got married, he asked his wife to lift up one of her leg and to step it down. This portrayed that she is totally in charge as a housewife. He further attests that he also presented his wife some rules that will govern his house, and that same rules are still on course till date. One of the rules stated, no family member from both sides are permitted into this house without prior acknowledgement of their coming. And the wife had never broken any of these rules because she has been trained and impacted by her husband. Moreover, I once heard him says, I and my wife had never quarrel for a single day because we understand ourselves. As a newly married brother, you immediately needs to instruct your new wife with some basic rules that will govern your marriage, because many marriages has been broken due to carelessness and ignorant. You need to train up your new wedded wife because she is your child and was handed unto you by God, so that you can train her in order to befit your taste. And if you refuse to train your newly wedded wife at this moment, don't think you can ever bend her in next 2 to 3 years, because everything in life has an expiring date, and there is time for everything. The early rebuke, corrections, instructions, and boundaries you set before your newly wedded wife is very important. And if you commenced by persistently brushing her teeth, breastfeeding her with milk, or taking her to Mr. Biggs, or cause her to look more comfortably with heavenly pleasures. Whenever the wind of changes blew your finances and you goes bankrupt, don't expect her to understand the situation of things, because she won't, due to the initial pampering hands you used to welcome her. If you refuse to instruct or place her on the respectful level before your mother or siblings, I mean, you don't care about the basic needs to set a boundary between her and your mother, which she must honored, and presently you assumed she understand. Honestly, you're trending on a dangerous marital ground, because whatever principles you presented to your new wife, shall she also dwells and honored till death, because she is just a child. And don't forget, whenever she overgrown the wings of importation, you can't and will never bend her, because women are like children.